Oh no, where's the thing? There it is, media assets. Oh, we've been live for like. There's no point putting this on at this point, but god damn it, I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's right. Hey, now we're live. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome back to Read This Way, where we are completely organized all the time. For
Super
episode
organized.
95 of Manga News. Greetings. It's Kickin' Logan.
Yeah.
It looks cold in your neck of the woods.
It's a little fresh. What is it? It's
also
degrees?
Very cold in my office because my window's broken.
You're a little heated,
get that shit fixed. I do, but like,
yeah,
it's still it's fighting window. A losing battle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of pinned closed at this point. But yeah, I've got an electric heater in here. It's significantly taken the chill out of the room because, like, I walked outside. I'm like, it's no different. This is great.
Oh man. Well, let's get straight into it.
Yeah, man. So there's actually been a few different mangas being recommended by people's, whether they be other mangakas or other Japanese celebs. So Ichi the Witch is being recommended by the author of D. Grey Man.
Oh yeah, is that still rolling, isn't it?
It is. They're like what's their name? Is it Tagashi that does Hunter x Hunter? I think it's Tagashi. Yeah, I'm right. That's him. Yoshihiro Tagashi. He's damaged beyond repair because of manga. Similar with the mangaka for D. Grey Man. I can't remember which is which. One of them has back problems. The other one has wrist problems.
Oh, okay.
I think Tagashi's his back, and I think
Katsura
Usazaki is wait, that was the wrong one.
No.
You did
Hoshino. Hoshino.
Yeah. I think they've got carpal tunnel or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. That would slow you down a bit.
I feel like it's got to be getting close to the end. Don't know. I haven't been. It's probably been a couple of years since I've touched base with it.
Yeah.
But it's similar to like Blue Exorcist. We get drips and drabs occasionally.
Yeah.
The other one is Shinobi Undercover. I thought about the other one, the new Shinobi, the Shinobi.
Because they started at the same time.
This one's been recommended by Japanese comedian Kazuya Shimasa. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's interesting that they've got a non-mangaka to do a shout out.
Yeah, it's like not even like manga adjacent. It's just straight up a different type of celeb.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, yeah, it's odd.
Well, maybe it's just a hit in the direction. Is it a comedy series? I haven't actually gone in and had a proper look at it yet. Maybe it's just because it's a full comedy series. I'll have to look at it.
And this one is recommended by our boy Yukinobu Tatsu from Dandadan, Chuck Beans.
I mean, look, that does not surprise me a lot, because it's a pretty weird and wild series. I don't know how much of it you read or any of it.
I no, I haven't.
It's
odd.
It's not. It's like it's not a gag series because it's not relying on the other titles to make jokes. It's just weird.
Okay.
It's just like weird humor, and it feels like the same humor you get from Marriage Toxin. Like,
okay,
I'm
down.
It's odd, but it's good odd. It's good odd. It's weird. That's all I can say. It's just weird. So if you like weird humor, get onto it because it's
uses it to recharge his batteries.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like it's a no-brainer, but it's funny.
Yeah,
you don't have to think too hard. It's just got some real funny situational comedy environments. Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Nice. I'm just trying to. I think that's it for the recommendations. Yeah. Me and Robico and Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi will be commemorating their respective 5th and 1st anniversaries next week, which is cool.
5th and 1st.
Yeah, so me and Robico have been going for 5 years, and Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi's only been going for a year. And if you're sleeping on that, like I was,
I can't believe Kiyoshi's been going for a year now.
Right?
That's actually amazing. That's really. I would have said 6 months. I would have said that it started about 6 months ago, but nope.
I just realized that StreamYard has changed the size of their friggin' logo. The thing is huge.
It's a big boy.
And we're cheapskates, so deal with it.
Yeah, we don't get paid.
Logan sent me a thing for a different program like months ago, and I bookmarked it. I haven't gotten around to looking at the video yet because it goes.
Yeah, look, I attempted to look at it, but my attention span at the moment is awful, and and I'm struggling to focus, so it's not happening right now. It'll be what we're after, but it'll take a bit of time.
Yeah, to set it up and learn it and whatnot.
It looks like To Your Eternity manga's about to end.
Oh, and like cancellation or finishing up?
No, just finishing up. It's been running for over 8 years. So
I suppose that is like the normal sort of runtime as opposed to like a One Piece.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a normal length for a story.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Not like Mr. Blow everything out of proportions.
There's something about the authors that I like that pitch their series as like this short, concise thing, and then just yes, no, and but their way to like 25 years worth of publication.
Look, I find you can tell the stuff that was like it was plotted out as a long form story. You can tell the ones that slump at the start that they didn't have a plan and then they pick up again. I wish there was some more short format stuff. I wish when they cancel something, they would roll it out to be at least a decent like 4 or 5 tunk length of story that felt like a chunk. So they're actually getting out the initial plan, what they had for their first arc, at least. So it feels like a solid story. When they cancel them and they rush the ending like that, it just doesn't feel right. And it also gives them time to build up popularity, is the other thing.
I mean, you end up with some authors going into Big Depression or sticking their middle finger up at the man
for a good 3 years.
And then they come back.
And then they come back and blow everybody out of the water.
I'm sorry, dude. It is so much fun.
Yeah. He's really done he's done a lot of thinking on this one. Not to say that he didn't do a lot of thinking on Red Hood, it was a very thought out world that he was building. I just felt like other people were touching it, and not letting him do the thing he needed to do. Whereas OTF feels like it's moving fast enough to sort of give you an idea of what's happening in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Stone Core 2 is going to be releasing July 10th. So we'll be having Dan, Dr. Stone, some of the Hikaru died, Takopi's, I think Core 2 of Sakamoto.
Are we going to have a sad season?
Maybe. What do you mean?
Gonna have a couple of saddies in there.
Yep, Sakamoto Part 2 is coming out July 14th.
I wonder with Part 2 whether they have gone ahead and actually got themselves some regular action animators, as opposed to trying to nab them from other studios.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they did. I feel like they bit off more than they can chew. Like, don't get me wrong, Part 1 was adequate. I just hope, like you said, they've staffed up a bit for the upcoming action stuff.
I think maybe they just didn't expect it to be what it was.
Yeah.
And what it is today is...
Yeah. There's a vast disparity between how Sakamoto starts to where we're currently at. And I feel like this is kind of the arc that is the turning point. What the this is where it starts to pick up, and this is the fugitives that like the dude.
Oh yeah, that's where things start to turn up a few degrees and get a lot more serious.
We see Old Man for the first time.
Yeah, that's right.
His name. And he was a big focal point this episode, the last chapter too.
Yeah, he seems to have been. Well, I mean, he seems to be a big player now.
I was going to Google something, but I don't remember what it was. So moving along, the other one that is coming in July is Kaiju number 8, Part 2.
Oof! Yes, can't wait to see that in motion again. Might have to go back and watch.
Time for me to catch up.
Watch Part 1 again, and get that tucked away.
There's a really, really, really pretty PV for Akane Banashi commemorating its release of Volume 17.
17, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's been running a while now.
It certainly has. At least 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Crazy.
Girl Meets Rock.
2.5 years.
We'll be collaborating with Put Your Camera Down by Tokyo Jihen, starting June 2nd. Don't know exactly what that is.
I'm sure we'll find out.
See if Google
it might be something. I was just reading that Jump's running an award submission. So they're running an award for the manga bad guys. The Bad Guy Manga Award. So they're running like a poll, like a popularity poll for only bad guys for all their series. So it seems like a lot of fun. It'll be running from June till September, and then we will find out.
Also running a new project that I said that weird. I added a K in there. Asking readers to tell how they first came into contact with Jump. So they're probably doing some market research, to be honest.
It sounds like it.
But disguising it as a fun thing.
How did you first meet us so we can then attempt to get everyone else to meet us the same way?
Yeah.
Is it mainly for overseas or is it local?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah, not a lot of info. Witch Watch is going to be on break just for a week. Sakamoto Days has reached 12 million copies in circulation with 22 volumes. And I mean, after Sakamoto, this seems... I mean, it's still good numbers, but Mission Yuzakura Family has reached 3.6 million with 29 volumes in circulation. Phantom Busters has reached 850,000 copies in circulation with only 5 volumes. And I think that's... I've got some covers to show you, and then there's 2 new upcoming serializations for June. So we're looking the 17th and the 18th. These are the newbies.
Nice. Not like we don't already have a ton of newbies at the moment.
Yeah, right.
It's hard to keep track of everything.
Koki Shin wa Mao o Korosu. Jesus Christ.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks, man.
I'm sure it was right.
It was pretty dang close if it wasn't. I think this one could be an indie mangaka. At least from what I'm...
A genius scientist does whatever he wants in another world. Curiosity is the devil's killer.
They've done one other manga before.
Is that an isekai?
It could. So this was their previous work, Billion Target. Manga Dex has nothing because Manga Dex got hit.
Yep. Even for the stuff that we can't read anyway, so... Anyway.
But yeah, this will be their new series starting in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And this creepy one.
Ooh, I like the look of this. Group brain.
I don't know what to go is with the chicken.
Yeah, that's what's got me. That's like the first thing I saw on the screen was the chicken. A shocking, suspenseful tale of brain warfare. Okay.
Okay, so I think this one, the mangaka, is the one that did one of my favorite cancelled mangas from a little while back. Time Paradox Ghost Rider.
Didn't he get in trouble? Didn't he get in trouble? Or was that a different guy?
I think. Are you thinking of the one from Act Age? The one that got cancelled because he did some really illegal stuff?
Maybe. Did that happen about the same time as the cancellation of this?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was Act Age manga.
There was some shenanigans going on about the same time. I thought it was this guy. Ichima Kenji. No, I imagine if he wouldn't have come back if he'd done something dodgy.
So. Yeah, that's right. He allegedly approached inappropriately, touching 2 female middle school students. Not Ghostwriter Paradox dude, the dude that
the other one, yeah.
Yeah. I do recall this. The illustrator, because it was just the writer that did the bad thing.
Yeah.
I
think this is just the writer from Time Paradox as well, not the artist.
Yeah, the artist from Act Age and ended up getting a lot of support, and then went on to work with the writer from Welcome to Demon School to work on Ichi the Witch. So they've landed on their
there you go.
Great.
So they came out okay. And I guess in the end, it turned out well for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like this is the
author from
just the author.
Ghostwriter.
This is their third work. Third. Yeah.
I really liked Ghostwriter Paradox. That was fun.
Yeah, I never got around to looking at it because that's the time travel-y
he has
writer.
So it's very Steins Gates with the time traveling microwave, and Jump from the future comes to his microwave, and then he reads it and gets, but then he passes out, and then the manga's disappeared, and he thinks that he dreamt the whole thing. So then he writes out panel for panel the manga that he's just read, which is a pretty amazing replication if you think about it.
Good job. He's done a good job.
And then submits it, and then when he gets home, the next issue of Jump is in the microwave. And then he's like, oh shit, I've just plagiarized someone from the future. Uh-oh.
Wait. No, he hasn't, because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. But also, it's not his work, so he is kind of stealing it.
Whose work is it?
Well, he then goes out and finds the budding mangaka in the present, and I think brings them on as an assistant to make sure that they don't quit.
So classy.
Well, no, because he's like, I can't have them quit at doing manga because this is amazing.
I need them to keep writing the story for me so I can keep using them as an assistant.
Yeah, look, it's not great. There's probably reasons why it got cancelled, but
it seems to have some ethical issues to it. So it
but it was wholesome and
hopefully
fun.
it'll be good. This will be good. Something new,
something
different.
That's right. They unalived themselves. I completely forgot about that plot point.
Oh.
So the manga keeps coming in, and it ends up getting to a point where the mangaka in the future writes themselves to death, quite literally. And he basically takes it upon himself to save them by trying to nurture a good work ethic in them by bringing them on as the assistant, as well as like it's got its ethical bits, but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it. Anyway, this one is called Gun no Kyoshitsu.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, we did already know about Insect Girl getting the axe, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did hear about that.
Yatra seems to be doing poorly.
Just fine. It's doing just fine. God damn it.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. Sorry, what I'm looking at is specifically Yatra Volume 2, which I don't think has actually been out for that long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hard to say at this point. Well, I hope it keeps up. It's good little
Me
series.
too. The last chapter was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Jump Square, I think it is. That's the SQ one, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure.
New cover?
Seraph of the End still going.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I am it is a monthly drop, but still it is or quarterly, I can't remember. But yeah, it's insane that one's still ongoing. I remember when that initially dropped.
So edgy.
Which
so cool.
I think was around the same time that I found All You Need Is Kill.
Oh no, it can't be that far back. Like 2005 or whatever it was. No, I don't think it was that far back. Yeah, it was like 2012, wasn't it? I always think that freaking manga is way older than it is.
The original light novel is from
it's way back.
Yeah, the manga is 2014.
Oh, that was close.
But
Seraph of the End, I guess, because the anime is a few years old now, but not that many.
It's 2012.
Huh. There you go.
I actually thought it was actually a bit older.
So it has been running for over 10 years.
That does also check out because it's like a couple of years. It was already established when I found All You Need Is Kill, which was 2014. Yeah, all right.
That's crazy that something of its caliber and size only has like one season of anime.
Probably good. And the reason I say that like that is because they probably didn't have enough material to draw from at the time.
Well, the anime is not that old.
Isn't it?
No.
There's still hope.
Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, I'll find the date for it. I'll find it.
So Otacon's half-year individual volume sales release ranking: Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Spy Family, and Kingdom take the top 6 spots. So you got volume 30 of JJK, volume 111 of One Piece, volume 29 of JJK, and volume 42 of My Hero, volume 15 of Spy Family, and 74 of Kingdom.
I still can't believe Spy Family is doing so well.
Overall,
Still smashing.
Series, you've got JJK selling 3.3 million copies, Dan selling 2.5, Blue Lock selling 1.8, One Piece selling 1.8, My Hero selling 1.7, Blue Box 1.6, Apothecary Diaries 1.5, Sakamoto 1.3, Medalist 1.3 because the anime's coming out, and Kingdom 1.3 million copies. So those are the top 10 selling manga so far for 2025 in Oricon at the very minimum.
That's a lot of books.
That's
a lot of books. So Seraph of the End anime was 2015, man. 2015.
Yeah, see, I told you. I thought it wasn't that new.
Still 3 years. Like, that's 3 years of material from when the manga started.
Hang on. What year did you say?
2015. So if the manga started in 2012.
Right.
And they did the anime in 2015, there's 3 years of material.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you meant it was like it only came out like 3 years ago. And I was
no.
Dude,
no.
I hate to be the one to tell you. 2015 was a little bit longer than 3.
Yeah, look, the last 10 years has been an absolute mishmash of stuff.
You're not wrong. Especially with COVID thrown in there. Like, I think that's mentally broken everybody's brain.
Yeah, so much happened in that space of time that just doesn't exist anymore. Or you assume as a part of something else, a time period before or after.
Yeah. Share this instead. Covers. Ron. What?
What is it? What you got?
It's the deranged detective Ron Kamonohashi. Why do their names have to be so long?
Oh, it's even worse when it's translated. Kaminobashi Bridge.
Boop.
Unauthorized deduction.
Maggie
Lumiere. Co-limited or Maggie? It's a nice cover.
I don't care. It is a great cover.
Did you watch any of the anime?
No, I haven't. I should.
It looks nice. It looks good. Yeah.
Red Cat Ramen?
Oh yeah. It's still running and it's still doing quite well.
Is it still running? Is it wrapping up? There was some news that we reported on.
I thought it was a few weeks back that they were wrapping up, but I thought it was still running decent numbers.
This might be the last cover then.
Could be.
Tomatio-pu. No, I said that wrong again. You know what? I don't care.
Okay, sorry. I just want to ask you a question. How long do you think Red Cat Ramen's been running for?
3 years.
It's pretty close to about. Yeah, it'll be about 3 years.
Yeah, I remember when it dropped and we were doing the podcast.
I don't remember it at all. But yeah.
Associating memories. That's why the last 4 years, like that COVID period, it's just blank. There's no
nothing. There's no landmarks to associate it with.
And because COVID sits in 2019, that's when my brain's kind of stuck. This is Girl Meets Rock. Volume 7. Ooh, Wild Strawberry.
Oh, nice.
That's a cool cover. I
haven't seen a Wild Strawberry chat for a little while, actually.
It literally came out the other day.
Yeah. I missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was really cool. I had to, admittedly, though, I had to reread a couple of chapters because I kind of forgot
What was going on?
specifically why a character was where they were. And I was like, when did you get here?
They explain that.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But then I was still like, I'm still not, it's not clicking. I don't know. Sudoku returns the favor.
It finishes up soon. That's cute.
Deep Rapture.
That's the one that's got canned. Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good though.
Yeah, I never read it. Nice art
neither.
style.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
You good? You good?
Yeah, I just had a hiccup and it, my chest exploded. The world of girls.
Also canned? Wasn't that canned as well?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
That noise almost sounds like the I like the next cover. I don't even need to say it because it says it.
That is exceptional.
I love it. So you know exactly
have we got the English
what's happening in this volume. No. I've been checking.
I know exactly what's going on there.
It looks so cool.
Once
I've also
people
been
catch
checking
onto this series, it's gonna go bananas.
I've been regularly checking for Shibatarian, but only in Europe does it appear to be getting physical releases.
Fantastic.
There's an Italian and a German release.
It just means that it'll eventually get here. They're just working their way through.
Hopefully, because I need that.
Yeah, me too.
Taro Miyaro becomes a cat parent. I lost where I was. This is another one I need to catch up on. Hero Organization.
I was just flicking through that. Yes, this is it's a pretty cool little series actually.
And then we got the first volume releases. Ooh, this is gonna be cool. So Dribbles Through has already got her first volume. Actually, nice. I still haven't read the first chapter yet. My bad.
That's not. It's. I don't know whether it's your kind of thing anyway. Just like that's not really my kind of thing.
Sports stuff really has to grab me, and yeah. I'm sorry, but even Embers kind of dropped for me.
Oh yeah,
it was cool. I was enjoying it.
It's become one of my once every couple of weeks kind of reads, as opposed to every week.
Admittedly,
Dribbles is a few weeks because the chapters are
I am really vibing this, but I just haven't given it enough time to sit down and actually read it because it is very wordy. Because it is a psychological drama. I'm really interested to see all of the implications, I guess, that everything being surveillanced like Big Brother, and how that all unfolds. Because even as early as like chapter 2, they're like everyone's pretty. So far, it's all spinning in a very positive light, and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. But the train system has been completely cleaned up. There's no more perverts on the trains anymore. There's also segregated by the thing that is really leaving a bad taste in my mouth is the classism. But then again, if you put in the hard work of being a better person / adult, then you move up the ranks. But they distinctively showed that there is a special carriage for higher
Those
class
who,
adults.
well, I mean, you say classism, but it's not like it was just given to them. It's not like they're getting it via like nepotism or the likes of. They're actually getting it by working for it. It is slightly different to just a
Well, it's still
straight up.
classism.
Yeah, it is.
It's just
it's structured. It's structured.
Like I said, I'm
classism.
waiting for that other shoe to drop and to see what non-adults or low-ranking adults kind of. Well, whether or not they're troublemakers, maybe they have learning disabilities. I'm not really sure. I haven't invested enough time into it yet to see how it all unfolds. But they're very really spinning the positives early on. He ends up getting a job like that. Resumes are no longer required
because they just know who you are.
Pretty much. So he goes to this cafe and gets a job just straight away. Plus, everyone knows who he is, so they hired him. So they also have preferential seating in this cafe for higher ranking adults. Things like that. But then they also, when he's confronting his mum about it, like, why didn't you tell me about this? Probably something you should have told me about when I woke up. She's like, oh, I didn't want to worry you and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And he's like, is it really actually such a good thing? And a lot of elderly deaths from people falling over or having a heart attack in their house, they can instantly have emergency services come straight over. But then there is that trade-off of privacy. So I don't know exactly where this line is, how voyeuristic it gets. Yeah, it's cool so far, but so many words.
It's practically a light novel.
Yeah. Nah. Nah. Beast Orange. Have you read any of this?
Okay. I have. I think this is the one about the tanuki, if I remember correctly. It's about a tanuki that is has the ability to be able to transform into a human, and all the other tanukis think that's weird and stupid, and they shouldn't do it. But he becomes
correct,
he becomes obsessed with it, and then befriends a deer or a bear, or it's been a minute since I read it.
Oh, so he's neither tanuki nor human.
No, he he's trying to work out who he is, essentially, or what he is.
Right.
And he ends up getting a job at a hot spring bath house as a cleaner there.
Because his dream is to eat ice cream that hasn't been dropped on the floor.
He wants to eat actual ice cream that's not off the ground. That's like a part of his interview. They're like, oh, well, what's your prospects for the future? And he's like, I just want to eat ice cream that's fresh.
We can help with that.
It's a really slice of life, sort of coming into yourself style story. The other characters in the story are familiar with what he is.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, the owner of the bathhouse is actually a wolf, and or a like a werewolf of sorts. So during certain times of the moon, she'll turn into a wolf completely.
Yeah.
So it's a cool little story. You should give it a read. I think you really like it.
There
Unique.
are currently 7 chapters.
It's cute too.
And Marshall King.
Marshall King,
which
have you caught up?
I'm a couple chapters behind, to be honest.
How's it going? Because it's been ages since I read any. It's okay.
It's yeah. Well, they skip over the whole school thing pretty quickly, which I was appreciative of.
Yeah.
Because that made me go, this is probably not going to be for me. I'm kind of over that at the moment. Oh, my progress looks like it's been reset. That, or I was using the different app. Hang on. Marshall King. When was the last? Oh, there it is.
Last time I read it, he just got his arms, like his magical super arms.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm up to as well.
Okay.
I haven't read it for a month.
So you're about 4 or 5 chapters behind.
There'll be 5 chapters tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay. We'll have to catch up on that one for next week, eh? There's a few I want to catch up. I want to catch up on March and Crown. I want to catch up on Marshall King, and I want to catch up on all those shots that dropped as well.
The one shits.
Yeah. I knew I said that quite incorrect.
They killed me. Okay, no, there's only one that I haven't read for March and Crown.
Oh, okay. So you've kept up.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
The one from last week. So there's going to be another one.
Yeah.
June 12th.
I reckon I'm up to like chapter 4 or something like that. So I'm a few behind.
It's okay. I don't fully know what it's doing yet.
No, like the start of it was just wild and weird. And it hasn't really sort of rounded out what's happening world-wise.
It kind of has a little bit as of chapter 8.
Okay.
Introducing, I think, Cinderella? I think it was.
Oh, so we're going full-fledged.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me just quickly refresh your memory.
Because I've only really read the first couple. So yeah,
that's not how you spell it. Crown. Yep. That's why.
Crowan.
It's got the umlauts over the
Yeah.
A.
Umlaut.
So we got Snow White, 7 Dwarves, Cinderella.
We've got a house full of
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one is though.
Well, it looks pretty generic.
It does.
Princess Horse. That's like all of them, right?
And you see here we've got 5 other girls.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm assuming there will be 5 other princesses. So we've got Rapunzel already. Oh well, sorry, Rapunzel already, and Cinderella, and with the 2 from the first page, we can assume that we're going to get Snow White and maybe Gretel, but she's not really a princess. So I don't really fully understand where this is going. Akasaka's doing some weird shit again.
Well, they may not very well know where they're going either. Maybe it was just an idea they had, but then again, they do plan stuff out relatively well, don't they?
Until they don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the hell happened with Ushinoko's ending, but yeah.
It's all about the friends. It's all about the friends they made along the way.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't fully understand the dynamic here because we've got 3 creators working on this. So I wonder if Akasaka has outsourced this story to another writer or an illustrative team.
Could be an illustrative team.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'll get into it and have a look. Hopefully, it's interesting enough to keep an eye on. Now get back to Chuck Beans.
There's a lot of world building going on in like the 6, 7, 8 mark, roughly. I think.
Yep.
Been a little while. I think it's a fortnightly release. Anyway, Chuck Beans. And the Eunuch of Empire. Yeah. Eunuch always, when I read it, my brain doesn't like it. Not the series, the word eunuch.
As in, it just doesn't sound right when you say it, or when you look at the word.
When I look at the word, yeah, it looks really weird, and my brain just breaks. And it's like that. I know that says eunuch, but my brain's like, nah.
Enoch.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Eunuch. Yeah. Which is funny, not really, but because Eunuch has been coming up a lot because I've been watching Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah. Which is everybody's loving that right now, right?
Oh, it's so good, Logan.
I haven't gotten onto it.
Halfway through season 2. Only just kind of jumping back into it tonight, actually.
Yeah.
So much fun. And all the characters are just goofy. The slider is like mostly up to 11. And like Mao Mao is as autistic as Sherlock Holmes, but for Apothecary, more so than detective work. Where Sherlock was a little bit more onto the detective than he was apothecarying.
Yeah.
Mainly just with morphine.
It's good.
That dude did so many drugs.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Last but not least, we have the next upcoming covers for Jump. That is Ichi the Witch. I don't know what's going on there because I am super behind. All those things look cute, and I think there might be new spirits that they've found along the way because that's the QB that they got in chapter 2. Look at all these guys. Look at them all.
It's so card captor, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It does give card captor vibes now that you
Yeah. What you got there?
Oh, this is Shinobi Undercover.
Shinobi. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, whoa, that looks cool.
Well, come on, share then. Okay, that does look really
cool. This is Naraka.
Naraka?
We get Naraka?
I don't think we get Naraka.
That looks really cool, though. I hope we get Naraka. If we do get it, it's certainly not.
It's not on my radar.
This is taking a while. I don't think we do. Wait a minute. Oh, this is okay. So this is it must be a tie-in manga for the same title. Is it a battle royale? Yeah, it is. Battle royale game. It's a free-to-play samurai more than.
What? So it's not a cool skeleton dude going around exacting revenge. Ah, that game. So yeah. I recognize the logo just so we don't get confused there.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, it looks great. Whether really anything comes from it.
Wait, so it's a webtoon? Hang on, I'm getting really confused.
That's right.
Maybe it gets published over in Japan and Webtoon has the license elsewhere.
Of course.
Mainly because of this this rather. I'm just doing a quick Google because I kind of want to read it. It's given me like almost Chainsaw Man vibes with like the hyper violence and the technicolor for the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is definitely associated with Naraka Blade Point. Yeah, interesting.
Is it web only?
I think it's webtoon only.
Oh, webtoon.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to get on and have a look.
Yes, it appears like it is the only location that you can read it is webtoon. So there must be a physical. They must have partnered up with Jump
for a physical release,
or Shueisha at the very least. Actually, no, yeah, it would be in Jump because we're going through Jump covers. Yes, for physical in Japan. Interesting.
Okay. It is interesting, considering.
Hima-ten?
With more bikinis? It's like every time we get a Hima-ten cover of some kind.
Yeah. There's increasingly more amounts.
Yeah.
There's even more bikinis in the bikinis. Okay, so that's volume 4's cover. That's what we checked out last week.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if they're going for a theme. Nice. And there's so much happening on that page.
There is. I was just kind of looking at all the verses. We've got the Sakamoto Days. So this is next week's, I believe. Because this hasn't happened yet in Ultimate Kyoshi, and this hasn't happened yet in Sakamoto. This also hasn't started in One Piece.
Well, it won't for the next 3 months. You know this, right?
Nah, he's really put his foot on the gas. Unless we're talking about the anime. Although I haven't actually watched any of Egghead yet, so I don't know if the pacing's any better. But I would assume that's why they took a break for the first time in 20 years.
Chop stuff up. You've had 3 days off. Now get back to work.
There's big shit's going down in One Piece at the moment, which is cool.
Isn't there always big shit going down?
We've actually seen the hidden ruler of the world do something.
Oh.
Specifically to the island that the Straw Hats are currently on. So it feels like we're in like the final stretch where Oda's revealing to the cast who they're actually up against, or one of the bigger threats, which is kind of nice because they don't know. Well, no one really knows that they exist, to be honest. But yeah, and that's it. That's it for news. No more.
That's it for news.
That's all there is.
Rightio.
Actually, new segment that we kind of did last week.
Okay.
I thought about it briefly before when I was getting my tabs organized. The rankings.
Oh yeah.
So this is the current hottest on Manga Plus overall.
Still does my head in every time I see Boruto.
I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to read Boruto now.
After the time skip.
I also just don't care. And there's nothing against...
But he's got all the drip, man.
Mikio Ikimoto or Kishimoto. I still haven't actually gotten around to doing my Naruto read through. I've attempted a few times, but it's not grabbing me.
I stop every time they stop being ninjas.
they go from ninjas to being wizards.
Yeah. Once they hit the magician mark, I'm just like, I'm out.
But that's when it gets cool, right?
Like the absolute pinnacle of that entire series was Eyebrows versus Gaara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which like when
like the very first time they
okay, and he drops the leg weights.
Drops the weight, yeah, the iconic weight dropping
and then moment. Still gets his ass beat.
Well, no, yeah, he does and doesn't.
Dude, his back gets broken. He literally can't do shit for like 100 chapters.
No, that's because he overdoes it.
He has to do rehab. Gaara shattered his spine.
And then he goes on to take like the biggest antagonist on while drunk.
I thought, yeah, well, one of.
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to when Mike Guy, his trainer, takes
takes on the bad guy.
The bid. Yeah. And I was like, no, that's the other one.
Yeah. I love the fact that he single-handedly took him on while it took so many of the others to take him down.
Recently, I don't know if it's I don't think it was an official reanimation, but I saw a reanimation of that fight and fuck. It was amazing. It was on Twitter, so I couldn't send it to you.
Oh. I don't mind that.
It was so fucking pretty though.
Maybe I'll attempt to get back on the Twitter again. I don't know. I was doing fine, and then bad things happened, and I stopped using it.
I don't really use it that much, but every time I go on there, I'll go because I still get notifications occasionally, and I'll jump in and be like, have a look at a couple of anime news things and anime YouTubers that post over there.
Yeah.
And so then I'll scroll and see some animated cool shit. And then I close it and then I leave it alone for another week.
Yeah. Like I had it really well curated with a bunch of animators, so actual animators, not just reviewers and stuff. That
That's the other
that put up
stuff.
a lot of Sakuga and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then suddenly my feed just flipped and I started getting all this junk, like all this American junk about guns and people being shot and all this other shit just hit me. I'm like, nah, I uninstalled it like instantly. I don't want to deal with that.
Which is wild because like you look at, because I've got 3 Twitter accounts. One was my personal, one was for Super Eddie Battle Armor, and the other one is for Read This Way, which I don't actually utilize any of them anymore. Mainly because I hate social media, and the way that the algorithms tickle my brain. I will get stuck there for hours. It's dangerous. That's why I uninstalled TikTok too. What was my point? Oh yeah, if it's not anime and sakuga or manga related things, it's just porn. Like there was no in between, and a lot of it was like artists that I had followed, either liking things or resharing things, along with just the algorithm funneling a lot of that stuff towards me. And I think there was a good portion of it that was just like AI porn. So it was like not even
real.
Yeah, and it was weird because they'd have like extra fingers and hands. And
whatever floats your boat, hey?
Man, anyway, getting off topic.
Yeah.
One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Dan to Dan, Black Clover. And if we look down into our top 10, we've got O Tier, Kaiju number 8, Spy Family, Sakamoto Days. I broke for a second.
Like the title's there, it's written underneath.
I know. I was like, did I read Spy Family? I did. No, I definitely did. Sakamoto. My brain kind of went back to the conversation we were having about Spy Family earlier.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway,
yeah.
Kagurabachi, Blue Box, Ichi the Witch, Centuria, Magical Girl, and Narco Wars, and that other...
the boxing one.
The boxing one. Any Custody, which I haven't actually picked up.
I read the first one.
I've read the first couple of Magical Girl as well. It's really fun.
It looks really interesting.
Now, that's overall. The ones that are trending at the moment are these ones. Otia of the Flame, Ichi the Witch, Magical Girl and Narco Wars, Skinny Custody, and Drama Queen. Followed by Bloodwing Hunter, which I actually haven't seen before.
It's just recently dropped, didn't it?
I think so.
That one.
The God of Time, the Nito Exorcists, Mad, and Ashura's verdict, wrapping up our top 10. The Nito Exorcists, fun little fact, it's not just one chapter that we got like 20.
Yeah. Yeah, and I read the first one. I'm like, okay, done now. Wait till next week.
New for us, not for everybody else. Yeah, it threw me because I was like, oh yeah. And then I think I was talking to Jack about it, and he was like, yeah, and I've read the first few. I'm like, what do you mean the first few? There's only like one or two out. He's like, nah. And I'm like, what do you mean, nah? And yeah, went back and had a look and was like, oh, huh. They just dumped a whole bunch. Ooh, neat.
Oh, sorry, just flicking through that Red Wing one. We need to read that.
Okay.
Bloodwing Hunter. Yeah.
What did you think of Nito, the Nito Exorcists?
Interesting. I like the character lingo.
Yeah.
But I didn't like fully comprehend what was happening. Like the pacing was funky.
I was warned to read this one as double page spread because there is a couple of pages if you're reading digitally. Well, I mean, yeah, when you're reading it on your phone, page by page, it
Things
kind
can
of
look a little disoriented.
Yeah, a little janked.
Mm.
Specifically, like, oh, the art is gorgeous. I forgot how pretty it was. Also, I know it's mainly because she's in a bunny girl outfit, but it's kind of giving me like a grown-up bunny girl senpai vibe.
She gives me power vibes.
Yeah. So it was specifically here. So I was reading through single page. I was like up until this point, and I hadn't really had any issues. And so I was like flicking, and this didn't double page for me. Okay, it's just gonna do it properly on PC. So because half of this page is the same art from here, it kind of broke my brain.
You. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really
did I
disorienting.
actually flick or not?
It was odd.
I got that too.
But apparently there's a few more issues of that sort of thing in later chapters, which just really goes to show that it's probably wholly solely formatted for book.
Yeah.
Because that would be a page turn. You'd be reading. There we go. You'd be reading it. This would be your double page spread. You'd turn your page to that, which would be a really nice impact double page spread. Still weird that they utilize it to like on half the page there though. Maybe they just wanted to
use the
show you without the speech bubble over it. I don't know. Yeah. So if you do pick this one up, just bear that in mind. I don't think it's really enough to dissuade. Sorry, I'll rephrase. I don't think it should be enough to dissuade you from reading it. No, it's not. It's not an art error. It's a technology error.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's just a format style. And the fact that they're focused on a physical release as opposed to a digital release is like the reverse of Webtoon.
Yeah.
You know, they're shifting from back to the other way. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this particular series was the monsters and the way they're portrayed. Because their power system is really unique. Like,
I'm trying to find them.
There's one.
Here they are. It's so goofy.
So these are some minions, some minor monsters, and they look like cartoon characters, and it's because the
less detail they have, the weaker they are.
Yeah. So
the inference of that is the more detail they have, the stronger they is.
Yeah.
The use of negative space and white in this series is so pretty.
Interesting.
Where is it? Every time. They're just so doofy. They got really creative with some of the lettering too. I like that. areas. So ill.
Weird, creepy. I still like the fact that things look like the eyes are hand drawn onto the surface of it, so it still looks like it's meant to portray a less detailed, almost to make you think that it's a more simple creature.
Yeah.
Like a trap. It's a trap.
The little goofy creatures, though, were so fun. It's a really creative way of saving time as well when you have other pages that need attention. Like,
well, it allows you to then overdo the spaces where it needs to be done, like a scene like this where you're working a lot of detail into the imagery, and it contrasts with those really simple pages.
oh man, why? So Manga Plus has gone to Jakarta for a convention. Never come to Australia, but
no, the Jakarta's population is way bigger than ours.
Shut up. Oh, man, this looks so cool. I'm gonna share so we can all be sad. They got full little booth set up. One Piece, Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, Kaiju number 8, Dan to Dan, Sakamoto, Kagurabachi, and Ichi the Witch. Like that's stacked. So there's gonna be like original art and stuff there. What? Free holographic acrylic keychains? Man.
Gimme. The organizers here would never do something like that.
Nah, this shit. Yeah, I said it.
I didn't want to put my foot in it too much, just in case.
Fuck.
Too many bridges. Too many bridges to burn.
Gasoline. Was there another one?
Another one.
There was another one that dropped. Maybe I'm just tripping.
Another title that dropped.
Yeah. No, that's right. It was just the next chapter of God of Time.
Yes. And more aliens and baseballs and civilization.
Yeah, but God of Time.
Yeah. God of Time happened at the same time, which is, to me, is following through really well. It's following
Death Note, yeah. I think you told me.
Yeah. That's how I keep trying to sell it to people. It's like cute Death Note.
Yeah.
Because it gives a very similar vibe to it. I really like the investigator, the detective. He's so cool.
He's like straight on him. He's like, nah.
Something's not right.
Them.
Yeah.
Also, I love the. So were you about to say you like how the detective, or the mangaka rather?
Well, I like how the detective is an adult.
Yeah.
Like there is a distinct and very clear difference in mental capability and procedure and all of that sort of stuff. It's very clear. One's an adult, one's a child.
Yeah. I thought it was great that the mangaka basically told us how to get away with murder.
If you're going to drop the body off, this is the way you drop it off.
It was great. Where did it go? I saw it. It is gone.
Oh, it's there.
Of time.
No, it was back.
That's because it hadn't updated. That was still there from last week.
Yeah.
There we are. Such a cool. So we did. So now is your official last chance to bugger off and read The God of Time. We gave you a week. Now we're gonna dive into the latter half of the chapter where shit gets real. Because they accidentally killed someone. Whoa,
Was it
why is it doing this again?
accidental? Because, the eyes state otherwise.
The what?
Oh man, I love this scene so much.
Yeah.
Like, she's got all the intent to kill him. Like, it's just the way
she
his
just
body's
wanted to
frozen
scare
in
him.
time. The way his body's frozen in time, and he's just smiling like that is just hilarious.
Is it? He is dead. Yeah. Like.
Well, it hasn't said.
No. Like not definitive because they took him to hospital, but it hasn't definitively said that he is deceased.
Yeah.
But the detective is treating it like it is a murder, or at least a
homicide.
A homicide.
Or an attempted homicide, at least.
Yeah. I really like
this. I found really interesting, right? So the stopping of time concept here has affected everything, so it's almost like it's in zero gravity.
Yeah. So then if there's any momentum generated while they're stopped, it will kind of continue on until it runs out of its momentum, the kinetic energy. And because they accidentally poke him instead of hooking his shoe to pull him back,
and they just push him out further.
Yeah, they push him out further. And then time restarts.
I love the faces. Uh-oh.
But the little shit kind of deserved it. So
if
it wasn't like if they didn't have the stopwatch, it would probably have been our MC that would have fallen down, because the bully kept pushing him towards the rotted beams. So in either instance, someone was going to fall off, and between the two. I really, really loved their reaction though. Like it was so real, and the the turn to him and be like, "Did I just become a murderer?" This actually got spoiled for me. I saw this page. I saw this panel on Twitter, I think. So I kind of knew that something was going, like, I didn't know exactly what the context was, but as I saw the do not cross sign, I was like, oh, okay, all right, someone's not coming out of this.
Someone's gonna die.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool first chapter. The continuation into chapter 2 worked. Like, he looks pretty dead.
Nah, he's still breathing.
Yeah.
I love the broken everything. Yeah.
The broken everything.
It looks bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they helicoptered him out.
And that's it. That's the last we know of what actually has happened to him. And then it goes straight into the detective grilling him. He was a really cool character, like you said. And he's not pulling any punches. He's full
just because
on.
they're kids, he's not mucking around. He's letting them have it.
What I did notice, at least so far, is that she doesn't necessarily seem to be all that concerned with murdering someone, more so than it potentially ruining her life.
Yeah. I think the concern is being caught, not the actual act of murder that's happened.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
guess maybe she doesn't see it as a murder.
Nah, she definitely sees it as a murder.
Okay, she does state that.
Yeah, I don't know if she feels any guilt because of the person that it was.
Yeah.
Or at least the guilt is being outweighed by the fear of her life unraveling. But I thought that was like this, depending on how they land, was really interesting and informative for no particular reason.
They never really sort of mentioned the fact that he clearly wouldn't have rolled down the hill. He would have just dropped straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Which means he would have a lot more scuffs and marks on his body than.
Yeah. They did mention, I think towards the end of the chapter, that where is it? That's right. So the detective was like, "Nah, we're putting the the arrest warrant out for the girl like right now," and the other, like the assistant detective or whatever, mentions that there was a mistake in the case file, and they're planning to redo the on-site investigation tomorrow morning. So whether or not that ties into the fact that he doesn't have as many bruises and contusions, they're maybe going to have to like go back and reassess. Which could be the leeway that the two MCs need, because as it stands, it's going to be a pretty short manga.
Well, he's still got to prove it was them.
Also, they do have a time machine, stopwatch thing.
So. Yeah. But they also have the other two that were there that clearly saw that they didn't push him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the detective is going to pin it on them without.
I think he's going for the confession, and he's confident that he can get it out of the kid.
Beat it out of him.
I love that he's all like, "Now look, we're not going to do the whole, you did it, didn't you?" We're not going to do that.
Just to freak them out.
And just the kids are just like, what the fuck?
Nah, he's a really cool character. And I'm glad he's been introduced.
He's so cute. Yeah, he kind of gives me, like, specifically in this, where he's like slamming the table, Detective Conan, the other, what's the gambling one? I always forget the name of
it. Gambling one?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go. I didn't even know that was a. I don't know if I know that one.
Look at him. Look at that nose.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Now embed that into your brain.
I could see the reference there.
So yeah, because I don't know if it's just the nose, but it instantly made me think of Kaiji.
It's the eyes and the nose. It's
yeah, and yeah, Detective Conan in there as well. From what I know about Kaiji, it's basically Squid Game before Squid Game.
Huh.
So like life, or probably closer to Kakagurui, the high stakes gambling.
Oh, bet.
But no, that's not what I said.
It looks so bad.
It does look really bad. I haven't given it a
so
chance,
bad.
but they did some characters dirty at the
Yeah.
very least. And for
Yeah.
no reason too. Like it's a live action series. Like it's set in real life is what I meant to say. Like anyway.
Yeah.
Odd.
Very odd. But that's Netflix doing Netflix.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
Wonder if I can find.
What you looking for now?
Of course. Why did they name it Bet? It's stupid.
Because the whole thing's stupid.
I mean, it's kind of what I was after.
Like, there's already a live action. Why did they have to do another live action?
That was the weird thing, right?
Like, they've double live action.
Yeah, there's a J drama, and then Netflix was like, "Nah, we can do that better."
And then they're just like,
interesting choices.
What?
I don't know. Like, how hard would it have been to give her white hair?
Why has she got blue lipstick?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh no.
It's just a choice. A lot of different choices.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
Oh
Logan.
wow. How did they get it so wrong?
I know. It's like, did you even look at the thing you were adapting?
If you go to adapt something, the plan is to draw the fans over from the original, yeah? Not to make something so drastically different to the source material that you will not have any of the fans coming in your direction. It just doesn't make any sense.
As far as any publicity is good publicity?
Not in this case. Not in this case.
And like, they've shown that they can do it. Like, One Piece was pretty dang good for the constraints that it had.
Yes.
And then they just go and shit out Bet.
You're just like, we did this thing. I'm sure we could do another, right? All these live action adaptations we've been doing are going to be great. And maybe it's the same team that did Avatar. Ouch, that one hurt. They got it wrong again.
Again? I hadn't touched it. I forgot that it dropped.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. I mean, not like M. Night Shyamalan horrible, but it was pretty horrible. You know what? We should talk about something really cool, though.
Why didn't they just call it Compulsive Gambler? Why call it Bet? Like, that would be the direct translation.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Anyway, who's Simon Barry? He looks like a... This is who developed Bet.
Well, they probably should not do that anymore. Mate, you've never watched the original. Look at him.
I don't know what any of these are.
Van
He was the
Helsing
writer,
TV show.
producer, and director.
Ghost Wars was so bad. Like all the stuff that he's done is like really quite bad. Really quite bad.
He was the executive producer and showrunner.
How do these people keep getting this stuff?
Nepotism.
Maybe it's because he's Canadian.
Nah, Canadians do some pretty good TV. Just not this Canadian.
No, he should probably give
feel
up
bad,
now.
Simon.
He should.
Would you?
Done
What
some
did
bad
you
work.
say?
He should just give up.
It's insane. He's been active for 35 years.
Yeah, and then does shit like this. doesn't make any sense.
I didn't even know there was a Van Helsing TV series.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wait,
pretty bad.
Oh, I think I watched Ghost Wars. I think it was terrible.
Yes, I put it on for like 5 minutes. I'm just like, what the hell is this piece of shit? Like the concept was cool, but that was about it.
I think I remember this and being like, wow.
Yeah, it's B grade. It's full like B grade. Quality.
That's generous, Logan.
Yeah.
Let's go down the alphabet a little bit.
This is bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about good stuff. Let's stop talking about bad Canadians. And
I wiped this from my memory.
For good reason. For good reason.
No, I watched the whole thing. It was so bad.
You watched the whole thing? Nah.
Yeah.
Man,
it was
when
like
things are that bad, I can't. No. I just can't. I can't physically push myself to do it because I get bored. I don't care how good bad it is.
Oh no, like it was dude, Meatloaf was in it.
What?
That's right. Oh
man,
I forgot so much of this. Holy shit.
That's it's a good thing.
People are asking if it was coming back for a season 2. No. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, okay, wow. No, that unlocked some core memories.
I hope you feel better.
I don't. I just remembered that I like wasted at least 8 hours of my life that I'm not going to.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't justify it. I don't have that much time to waste.
Oh, I forgot all about that. It's got a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. That's above average.
Those people are on drugs. That was bad. Not the good kind either. The real sort of trippy kind that make things look better than they are.
Was Vincent? Who's the guy that plays Kingpin?
D'Onofrio? Yeah.
I think he might have been in it.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Oh no.
Yeah. I knew it. Yes.
Someone paid him some money.
Holy shit. Him and Meatloaf were in it. He played the priest.
I don't care what you say. I'm never gonna watch that thing. It's just hot garbage.
It really was. Oh man. And they tried to go all science experiment failing and paranormal shit, and the ghosts were coming to attack the living. Fuck, I don't remember that being a series. I remember that being a movie. It's 13 episodes.
Why? How does that even happen? No, actually, you know what? We should talk about Kowloon. Let's talk about Kowloon.
Please.
Let's erase this. Yeah, you're down a horrible rabbit hole. Get out of there while you can.
Oh, it's not Kowloon. I mean, it is Kowloon, but it's not.
It's a different Kowloon. It's not the Kowloon we need to talk about.
It's Kowloon adjacent because it's the real life Kowloon.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a good point. So Kowloon is a real place that I didn't know existed until this anime.
The walled city.
It is the walled city in China.
Yeah. So if people aren't familiar with the whole history here, Kowloon is the walled city that happened during a very particular time in China's history, and a very large amount of people lived in a very small space for a very long time. And it's an absolutely amazing place. Now, generic romance, I'm pretty sure at the start they stated that it's Kowloon 2. It's not the original Kowloon.
Really? I might have missed that. Also, there's a live action series?
Oh, there you go. Are we a bit late to the well, there's or are you looking at something else?
No, there is definitely a live action series.
Oh, interesting.
When? 2024, maybe?
Oh, so recent.
Anyway, I'm really confused, actually. I'm trying to find
there's a lot of Kowloon
about it
out there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there in relation to Kowloon.
Looks like a live action movie.
Okay. Well, that could be really interesting.
Okay, no. Coming. It's not out yet. It looks like August. It's coming out.
Righto. I'd be interested to see it, but I don't know if it'll hit the same marks that the series is hitting.
Probably not.
Probably not. Nope. It will, but in a different way. Yeah. Now, the reason I say that this is Kowloon City 2, because the roads are way too wide. So, in the original Kowloon City, the roads in between the buildings were like 1 meter to 1.5 meters wide. That was the gaps between the buildings. So there was literally no space in between. Whereas in the series, they're quite wide roads that they're navigating. Give us the premise, man, and bring back the anime. Stop it. Stop looking for the movie. It's not happening yet.
No, I was trying to find information about Kowloon 2 because I don't think it says anything about that.
I'm gonna have to go back and look because I'm pretty sure they said that it was not the original Kowloon, but I could be just hearing things or telling myself things.
While we're quickly talking about a little bit of history, it was or is the most densely populated place on Earth, housing over 33,000 residents within the labyrinth of interconnected high-rises spanning just 6.5 acres.
Yeah.
Within this urban enclave. Right, we're going into the synopsis. Cool. So within that enclave of high-rise buildings, we focus in onto a realtor company. Yeah, so, that word always. Realtors. Yeah. So, and what's the name? Breaker. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had the wiki up because I'm like, I have no idea what her name was. Also, I love that we're like just following around some 30-something-year-olds doing romance shit. It's so refreshing.
Yeah. It's just adults doing adult stuff.
Adult romance stuff. It is such a slow burn for that first episode, though.
It wasn't, man. There was so much going on,
but it's so densely packed with like pretty shit, amazing animation, like fantastic set droppings, and just like you just feel like you're there, and everything is so well worn, and
even the animation style itself is well worn. Like it feels like it was produced in the early 90s. Like the way they use the colors, the way they make things look like they're hand painted, the choice of color density in the shadows and stuff like that. It all feels like it's straight from the 90s in the techniques that they've used and the character designs that they've used, giving it this real sort of nostalgic vibe straight off the bat. Like as soon as you start watching it, you're like, this feels familiar. Something about it feels familiar.
Oh, dude,
and that little
shot,
3-minute intro, the 3-minute intro is so good.
Fucking gorgeous.
It establishes that adult tone so well, without speaking a word, without any of that stuff. It just illustrates it so very well.
It was funny when because you watched it just before we started today, and you were talking about how it felt so nostalgic and whatnot, and most of the first episode are these two talking about how Kowloon itself as the place feels nostalgic, and for them everything about it is nostalgic, and it's a lot of foreshadowing, but it just comes off as general conversation.
I love the foreshadowing's done very, very smartly. It's done in general conversation, and it's done in advertisements in the background, and it's done in a rather subtle way, as opposed to trying to drop some sort of buttload of information on you. It's assuming you are smart enough to work things out and what's happening. The first episode just gives you that little snippet. Like by the time the episode finishes, you're like, there's something not quite right.
Also,
it feels really normal right up until those last few minutes of the episode. You're just like, something's not quite right. Something starts tasting funny in the way things are working.
Whoa, that was
and
weird.
even though it's an intelligent series, it's not complex, I don't think. Like I reckon I could guess what's going to happen or what's happening relatively easily.
Why is it doing this?
And that's so distracting.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Janky ass program. God. I was trying to resize it so there wasn't all this black space, and then it just kept auto resizing.
It's showing some really interesting looks at the adult psyche trying to deal with something they thought they could deal with, but they clearly can't.
Yeah. I'm wondering. So I've only watched 2 or 3 episodes. I can't remember.
Yeah, so it's about the same as me.
Yeah. So have you met the doctor man?
Just met the doctor, yeah. I like that guy. He's creepy.
So creepy.
But I knew he would be coming into it sometime soon.
And also, like the conversation that they had over the food, where he's all like, "Oh yeah, he's just taken over the father's company. I don't trust him."
Yeah.
And then we meet him like the next episode, and you're like, "Oh yeah, can see why."
Yeah. And his conversation with her gave away so much information
Mm,
in that space of time
I
that you're like,
wonder.
okay, I kind of know exactly what's happening here now.
So my current theory is that the one that he was engaged to, she's dead.
Yep.
And this is some chick that he that was infatuated with him and got like massive amounts of plastic surgery or something and like implanted memories or some shit. I don't know.
I
That's
think
one of
she's a
my theories.
clone. I think
Ooh,
she's a
okay.
clone, and I think he's used his mind planting technology, his brand new mind planting technology that he's advertising all about, to actually do this. And I think she's like a test bed for this to see how it reflects on the psyche and whether you can let things naturally progress, whether they're going to proceed the same way or whether they're going to change and become something different. And that's what this is kind of like shifting towards. She's in these first two episodes, it's clear that she's starting to become her own person after realizing that she's actually someone else. So it's and the introduction of the blonde lady as well was another step in that direction of becoming herself and accepting herself for who she is. But then the guy
he was unhinged. He just like knocks on the door and it's just crammed full.
Oh yeah, she's like crazy.
Yeah.
But then just
Dedicated to her
normal
craft.
crazy. Meanwhile,
Oh my
Mr.
god, that
Cool,
kissing scene! Holy hell! Also,
so
can we?
intense.
Okay, rewinding a little bit. This series is hot. Like, not just is everything beautiful, but the characters are gorgeous, and there's so much tension between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moments in the conversation, the expressions, and the timing is done really, really well to maintain that sort of tension and aloofness to the characters that sort of reflects that adult persona as to how you would react to these sort of situations. It's it's quite a magical piece of work, actually. They've done a very, very good job on the pacing and the
very
timing.
much so. I like that it doesn't necessarily lean into either side of like a romance. Like it's a romance marketed for men or male. Like it's very down the line so far. Maybe I'd maybe say it leans a little more towards like marketed towards females, but so far it seems to be like very well represented on both sides gender wise.
Yeah.
And
it's I mean, it's just as much for guys. It's a romance story. This is the thing. This is why it feels like it's aimed towards women, but at the same time, I don't think anything is really sort of leaning towards that whole big romance sort of event.
Well, because I've recently dipped my toe into like romantasy through work, and that's very obviously marketed towards a female demographic. Can men still read and enjoy it? Sure, but it's written for the viewpoint of the female gaze, whereas this seems to be very down the line for either
generic.
or. Not also the fucking the balls of having calling this anything like generic. Oh my god.
Yeah. I like it. I kind of get why they've called it generic romance. Like they're trying to say, hey, this is just another romance story, but it's so far from. It's the thing that sort of struck me as the most similar to this story is Sunshine Spotless Mind.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, if you're not familiar with that, so it's a movie from a little ways back. Andy Kaufman film. He was the guy who did Being John Malkovich, and it's a story about in the near future, you can go to the doctors and erase part of someone from your memory. So if you break up with someone, you can go down and get them erased from your memory. Right? But
Sounds pretty good.
But that's not a two-way street. So what happens is one of the main characters goes down and gets someone erased from their memory, but he doesn't get the memories erased. So he's still got all these feelings for her. She doesn't even know who he is. And it's giving me that kind of vibe where it's the feelings and the guidance are all one-sided because one knows way more than the other one does. And it may be of their intention or it may not be. We're not quite clear on whether she has chosen to make this happen or whether it was something that happened to her.
Yeah, whether or not there was an accident.
Yeah.
Death. Yeah.
I feel like this series possibly is going to make me cry at some point. That's
yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
intensity that's happening here. So
just being very careful so we don't get copyright struck.
Yeah, please don't.
Pausing particular scenes. Actually, the very first thing right off the bat is I just noticed is her glasses. She puts her glasses on and everything's blurry.
I noticed it as soon as she did it. I'm like, okay, so her glasses don't match her.
Which she's been using the eye drops.
Now, you see, I don't know whether that is the case of she has literally just woken up and she's the new person. So her eyes are brand new.
Could be.
Or it's the eye drops that are causing her to regenerate her
Saying
her
that though,
vision.
the very next thing that you see is
yeah. But I think that's also another sort of like trying to distract you from what's happening kind of thing. And it's interesting.
Just the
and
amount
then
of detail is
yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful show. And I think it's being undersold at the moment. Like not a lot of people are talking about it.
I've seen a couple, like maybe 2 different AniTubers talking about it. But that's it. Not a lot. I think there's 8 episodes out currently.
Yeah. It's been a part of the current season. It's 8 or 9 episodes, depending on the day that it releases. So, yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. It's an amazing series. I'm so keen. I'm actually really tempted to wait until the end of the season and then just binge it so I can not have to deal with that week to week pain of waiting for the cliffhangers to iron out. Because there will be cliffhangers in there to get you to
for sure
to keep watching, but I can't. Yeah, I don't want to.
Like,
oh my god, it looks so much like it's just from. I don't want to say Ghibli, but it's like early years Ghibli.
Like it's so
and
detailed and everything. It's amazing.
There's a lot of care.
Words can't describe how much I am glazing over this new series.
Worth a glaze.
Hang on. So, like, that is pretty much like a couple of stills and a little bit of from the first minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then we start to zoom out, and you see from her apartment all the other shacks essentially that are stacked on top of one another.
Yeah.
Now I realize that I've just been gushing for a bit and didn't really talk about what it's about, did we?
Kind of. We kind of
we
covered
did.
a little bit. Like you start in a real estate agents, the realtors. That's where you got stuck, and
yeah. So yeah, it's a romance with a sci-fi mystery thriller undertone.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what I go with.
if it is going to be there throughout, but it's given me a lead up, like a slow burn thriller.
Yes,
Romance
it's
is
got
like
those. The romance is like the leading story component. The thriller is the underpinning ideas that are sort of gnawing at the character as you follow them along, as to how much they really know.
The cafe.
Which one?
The scene where she's in the complete and it's like completely dilapidated. And
Oh
like
yeah,
half
where it's
burnt
just
down or
sort
something.
of
That was weird.
the impact frame that switched past. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure what to make of that. It whether it was a shot of the past or
Yeah.
not.
Not sure either, but like yeah, it definitely like it hits you with like little bits like that where you're like, what? you
Yeah,
feel as disorientated as our
as
main
you
girl
should.
does.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, can't wait for more. More. Can't believe I was just sort of sitting on this. I was like, I should get around to giving that a watch before
I've
the
kind of done
episode.
the same thing. Like I've watched the first couple of episodes and I'm like, I kind of just want to binge it.
Yeah. I want it all at once. Up here.
Yeah, there's 9 episodes out so far.
Yeah. So
The
three
dub's
more
really well done
weeks.
too.
I did actually really enjoy the dub.
Mm.
It's subtle. It's not over the top. All the characters sound like they should sound.
Yeah. That makeout was the end of episode 1. Oh,
Yeah,
good
it was intense.
lord, that was really well animated.
Yeah.
I don't know how spicy this is gonna get. Kind of hope it gets a little spicier.
Is it R rated or is it PG?
No, I was just looking for it. I'm not actually seeing a rating.
I thought it was PG.
Really,
Oh yeah,
with
they
that booty
smoke.
in the first minute?
Yeah, they smoke so much.
Also, yeah.
These people are like chain smokers. There's barely a scene in the whole series where they're not lighting up at some point, which makes them look even more adult and cool.
Rating. No age rating. I should have specified. That was my bad. Sorry, Google. It is saying 18 and up.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, well, manga wise, but I would assume. Yes.
Makes me want to give this a read.
Sex, nudity, moderate. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, mild. You watching the same thing?
Oh, that's all. I don't see them drinking water.
Like, only seen them drinking alcoholic beverages and smoking every other scene.
Yeah, that's their MO.
A couple of men are briefly seen nude from the rear. and a woman is frequently seen in panties, generally not sexual.
Oh, there you go. So, sounds pretty PG to me.
And apparently frightening and intense scenes. Character has a split tongue.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's the doctor.
No, the doctor. The doctor has a split tongue. Yeah.
But I'm like,
is that a frightening thing? Is it?
Is that really frightening and intense? Admittedly, if you scroll down for the more description, it says mild for smoking. Most characters are frequently seen smoking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's probably going to be like maybe M rated, like mature audiences.
Yeah.
But
it's not giving me anything too intense in that respect. The kiss between them was more I think it was designed to be like the direction that they chose and the way they shot the scene was way more intense than what you normally see in an anime.
Yeah.
Where they just normally just do a still shot and them kissing a little bit. Whereas this was like really intense, hands-on.
And then like zoom in and you see the tongues doing
the dance.
Judo.
Yeah. It was impressive.
Yeah. I'm glad you finally got around to watching it.
Yes. I'm glad I'm
hyped to see more, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna sit on it or just binge.
I'm just wondering whether I give it a read.
That too. Actually, so from what I saw earlier Googling, it looks very shoujo, like old shoujo style, which could also have influenced the choice design in the older looking animation.
Yeah.
I also not sure where you would go about reading it because I don't know who the publisher is.
I'm sure I can track it down somewhere.
Yeah. Or at least the covers. The covers looked quite shoujo.
Yeah.
So this is a page that I found, and it looks very one-to-one to the anime.
Yeah, they've done a pretty solid job. They got to be happy with that. Oh, it does. It looks so much like it.
The covers, though, they look like ripped straight out of like the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Explicit content.
I guess the manga's got a bit more intensity in it.
I wonder if it's toned down or if it's just explicit content because you see some booty cheeks of both genders.
Jun Miyazuki.
I'm just quickly seeing what else they've done and giving you guys something to look at. Those are all the covers.
Ooh, nice. Very vibrant. They must be recent covers.
It's still ongoing.
Yeah, I was about to say the color palette is very vibrant. I love the consistency of the title across the center, though. It makes everything look. It makes it look futuristic, even though the illustrations are designed to be in a more sort of classical Chinese imagery. The font use and the way they've structured the type on the page makes it a lot more futuristic in design.
I think 10 is my favorite, and that looks to be the old version of her.
Yeah. Whereas 11 looks empty as hell.
Yeah. They've had one running series before, and I believe a one shot. Oh, it's okay. So they've done 6 one shots, which they've compiled into a book, like Fujimoto and Oda and a few others have done recently. But they also had a series called After the Rain. Not 100% sure. 82 chapters, 10 volumes.
Oh, another run.
Similar sort of comedy, drama, romance, slice of life. Senin, office workers seems to be kind of.
It seems to be the running theme.
Yeah, and then you look at Kowloon and you've got mystery, psychological, and sci-fi dropped in there as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, Senin, office workers. Cool. And it's currently got 98 chapters.
Okay. It's a little bit newer than I was expecting. Cool. Can
a dystopia be gentle?
It could be.
So it only started 2019 by the looks of it.
Yep.
There you go. Alrighty. Well, that basically wraps up everything for today.
Yes.
We got to go decide whether or not we're going to go watch more Kowloon. Or read it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold out for 3 weeks waiting for those next eps to drop.
Yeah.
I'll see how I go. Maybe I can leave it to like 2 episodes per week. Just sort of drip feed myself a bit.
There's going to be 13 episodes, bro.
That's another 4 weeks.
Yeah,
another 4 weeks. I'm really going to have to drip feed myself there.
Which is going to land you straight in the middle of July when everything else drops.
I'll just be going from one good thing to the next. It'll be great.
Oh, man.
So much stuff going on in July. Which,
not going to lie,
maybe we'll have to...
I was really disappointed that we didn't have a Chainsaw Man chapter this week.
I went on there to have a look, expecting it to be there, and I was like, huh, Mr. Fujimoto slept in this week. Guess I have to wait another 2 weeks again.
Yeah. I want to know who that head is.
Yeah, look, man, I'm just wondering whether I ease off it for a few weeks or a few releases.
Let it build
just
up.
So I can, yeah. Because reading week to week Fujimoto is like, it's like scrambling your brain every time you read a chapter.
Do you remember when we reached that point in Chainsaw Man when they all went to hell and we were like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like,
and reading week to week, you just had no idea. You just had no idea what was happening because you couldn't remember 3 weeks ago, which was only 3 chapters ago. But your brain's like, nah, that thing was like months ago that he's correlating back to. So I reckon he reads a lot better when you can read him in chunks.
Yeah.
I enjoy Chainsaw Man, but I feel like I'd enjoy it a lot more if I just had it all in my hand right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Of course you would.
Yeah. So I might just have to wait.
No, I won't.
You know, I'm wondering.
My current theory is that they've replicated Denji's father in some way, shape, or form, and they're going to try and trigger his trauma. That's whose the head is.
Isn't the head of the guy? Oh, the fake.
Yeah, fake Saw Man.
Chainsaw Man. I guess we still don't know who it is, do we? They haven't really definitively said.
And then Fire Devil comes out and is like, "Do you remember their face?" Hard cut.
Yeah.
Like,
and now we're going to get a flashback.
It's got to be like someone we know, right? Unless Fujimoto is going to do the whole lol, it was a gag the whole time, and then Denji turns around and is like, "No, I don't know who that is."
Or it'll be him.
That is my other theory, that it could be Denji's face, and it's about to get really metaphysical and like introspective. Yeah, this is why I wanted a chapter today. I'm overthinking this. I'm incapable of just listening to the song. Fuji.
I know. Well, when it gets to this point, and he keeps leading you in weird directions, you know, it just makes sense for people to speculate.
Yeah.
Because they've got nothing else to do.
Anyway, I derailed us from leaving, and you know what I forgot to do again?
You forgot to play intro again, man. You played the countdown. That's our new intro. And a new intro is the countdown.
I even thought about it. I'm like, I'm going to play it today. I'm not going to forget.
And then you very much forgot.
Oh, man. Oh, how do I function? Thank you for joining us for episode 95 of Read This Way. Join us again next week at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time to come chat with us about anime and manga and do all the YouTube things. Praise be to the algorithms.
Let them
like,
bring
comment,
us
and subscribe.
Masses. Yes.
Do all the things. Share us around. Kiss your dog.
None of them.
Specifically on the mouth. Only on the mouth. Oh yeah, I've been Brad, and
I've been Logan.
he's been Logan.
Yeah.